Okay, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share, right? Hit the subscribe button right here. You rock. Check out this book. It's mine, written by myself, Martin Ipanchkweki. So check it out on Amazon.com. Ezra number the first. I'm called. Thank you. Stick around for the news now. Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM news paper headlines. Today, the 16th day of January 2025. Today is Thursday, and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for Ebona, the 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunite Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 6579 6599.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebon at the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Sun, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, This Day, and if time permits, we are also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 397740 or 08139256742 or 08065796599. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. House of Reps Deputy Chief Whip Onanuga is dead. United Arab Emirates. Tinubu harps on interdependence for mutual development and prosperity. Fagbemi reveals surge in presidential pardon requests. 30 December, $500 tourism tax proposal exploitative, says NIDCOM. Police arrest son, accomplice for killing woman in Cross River. Gunmen kill final year HND student in Akwa Ibom. South, still in search of old green food baskets. 14-year-old girl suffers hot knife attack in Anambra, father blamed. Telecom's tariff hike may not exceed 60%, says minister. AFRD Bago promises conducive atmosphere for security agencies. Boko Haram must account for years of atrocities, says Amnesty International. AFRD Diri Mba Ogorowori pay tribute to foreign heroes. Groups vow to resist terrorists in Southwest. Federal government undermining FOI Act via poor funding. Widows, Legion, differ on armed forces emblem funds in Kanu. Troops kill 20 terrorists in Sokoto, Kebbi. PDP tells EFCC to investigate and prosecute Obasa. Ayedatiwa dissolves cabinet, disburses a 35 million naira loan to widows. Enugu allows residents to HPAI outbreak. Coalition backs new Alafin, urges end to litigation. At NCF Memorial Lecture, Osibanjo advocates climate positive growth. Reps fault underfunding of Auditor General's office. Victims of Bodija explosion lament unfulfilled promises 1 year after. Operatives launch manhunt for killers of vigilante member in Rivers. Abductors of 5-year-old boy allegedly feigns madness to evade justice. IYN leaders praise Tinubu Otuaro for commitment to Niger Delta development. National Assembly raises FIRS revenue target to 25 trillion naira after 2024 performance. Oil spills, fire outbreak from NMPCL facility devastate Rivers community. Federal government to distribute 75,000 naira to 70 million naira Nigerian. Terror financing. Police recover 125 billion naira in fake foreign currencies. While we resist tax reform bills by NLC. Police arrest son, accomplice for killing woman in Cross River. Gunmen kill final year HND student in Akwa Ibom. South, still in search of old green food basket. Lagos Market seeks stay of execution of judgment on disputed land. Permanent Secretary, Lords Eno, for inspiring Akwa Ibom civil service. Economic Forum raises alarm on fractured world, stalled progress. Bago advocates teaching in Hausa to boost northern school enrollment. ICAN to withdraw fraudulent members' licenses. Entrepreneur trains 230 youths in fashion design. Governors salute foreign heroes, canvass national unity. Court fines Olumegbon family for delaying dispute proceedings. 8 dead in Niger auto crash. New task force to streamline checkpoints along Lagos Seme border highway. Protesting students deny attack on Ogun deputy governor. Mohbad's murder. Fabiyi clash over fresh twist on singer's death. FBN versus GHL court orders admitry marshal to arrest oil cargo. 10 keys to lasting happiness. Reps urge Inspector General of Police ICPC to investigate company over road reconstruction in Abia. Muhammad swears in 8 commissioners, redeploys 4 others. National Assembly lost Interior Minister over 2024 budget performance. Netherlands revokes 2 Venezuelan diplomatic posts. Police charge unruly Ibom Air passenger to court. Joy mixed with fear for Israelis awaiting Gaza hostage release. Arise TV names Wike 2024 Minister of the Year. No more hiding place for tax defaulters in Para IRS. Turkish Airlines to resume flights to Damascus on January 23rd. Lagos Assembly, new female speaker will restore its dignity as lawmaker. MDCAN issues ultimatum on con mess payment to Southwest lecturers. Tinubu hailed for increasing 2025 sport budget to over 94 billion naira. Makinde approves recruitment of 902 officers into Oyo Civil Service. Minister pegs new telecoms a tariff hike at between 30 to 60%. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to leadership newspaper. Senate confirms Okoye, Maji, 30 others for Southeast Development Commission, Northwest Development Commission boards. Ababio urges senators to rededicate efforts to fixing Nigeria. JCI Nigeria Ministry partner to empower youths. Wike signs 5,481 C of O in 1 year. 61 years of Deacon. Nigeria still imports military hardware kits. Abiodun advocates a robust welfare package for families of foreign heroes. Your patriotism saved Nigeria from anarchy. Oyebanji praises military. Joint security team kills 5 hoodlums, recovers 2 AK-47 rifles in Anambra. Foundation hands over special school to Abia community. Sodomy, police, Hisba, raid Bauchi rehab. We have zero tolerance for homosexuality in Owerri Correctional Center. Southeast governors support enhanced. Southeast governors support enhanced emergence. President General Ohaneze Akwa uncovers over 2,000 ghost workers in civil service. Proposed the 64 billion naira budget for FEMA grossly inadequate. Goronyo, sober local government chairman supports police recruits with 500,000 naira to boost morale. Okumbo, investigated for 6 billion naira fraud, not election matters. EFCC. Minister congratulates Adekrioja on historic appointment as Deputy DG DSS. Minister tax women center on renewed hope agendas. Tax reform. Federal government intensifies community engagement to drive acceptance. Senate rejects 40 billion naira deductions from water ministry. USAID stakeholders plan to end water crisis in Delta community. I am done helping federal government to explain economic reforms. Emir Sanusi. National Assembly mandates customs to achieve 10.5 trillion naira revenue target for 2025. Weak auditing, accounting systems encouraging corruption. Reps setting the stage for a more robust Nigerian petroleum landscape in 2025. When will Nigeria and Africa time come? Federal government inaugurates a prerogative of Mercy Committee. Why PDP will return to power in 2027? Stop using Falake's name for unhealthy politics. Honorable Agbejide. Pre-hearing on petition holds today. Accord Party opens case. APC, PDP, trade wars over shooting at Edo Governorship Tribunal. The Nigerian child deserves better. The Abuja school explosion, harassment. University of Calabar professor debunks ICPC allegations in court. IYN praises Tinubu Otuaro for transformative leadership. FCT waste contractors urge Wike to resolve 7 months payment arrears. FEM moves to reshape asset management in Nigeria. 7 farmers killed in Niger crash. Biden. Others hail Israeli Hamas ceasefire deal. Biden. ICPC files a charge against Jimmy Lawal, 3 others. Inspector General of Police establishes police anti-money laundering units. And that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. Telecom tariff review. Federal government proposes 30 to 60% hike. Why Boko Haram bandits strive. How non-governmental organizations, others aid terrorists, former generals, commanders, APC, PDP trade wars over Edo election tribunal shooting. Epileptic power discos billing drops 5.4% to 213 billion naira. Investors lose 2.05 trillion naira in 3 days amid profit taking. Government kill Finaye Akwa Ibom Polytechnic student. How climate change adversely affects learning. Report. ICPC drags El Rufai's former aide, Jimmy Lawal, 3 others to court over money laundering. APC, PDP, trade blames on Edo election tribunal shooting. Ayedatiwa dissolves cabinet, retains finance commissioner, attorney general. Buhari's ex-aide affirms Cheyi Tinubu's eligibility to contest for Lagos. Insecurity. Coalition of United Political Party begs Nigerians to reject Tinubu APC in 2027. Pack of hungry dogs attack kill Nigerian woman in Italy. Under bridge cleanup. Lagos government issues 3-day quick notice to occupants of shanties. Chetima, Akume, Akpabio, Abbas lay breath at Armed Forces Remembrance. For more on that story, please get yourself a copy of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Humanitarian minister explains why his ministry wants to spend over 300 million naira. Budget defense. Senators clash over Tinubu's housing programs. 2 arrested in Kanu, Nasarawa over terrorism financing. Fake $160,000. Salome Adidu. She was cheating. I don't regret killing her. Gospel singer. Panic as tanker explodes on Ebe Ijebu Ode Expressway. Man allegedly kills father after taking Colorado in Sapere. Police officers reject 1.6 million naira bribe from Lakarawa suspects in Kebbi. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Vanguard newspaper will flip over to the Punch newspaper. Osun West APC leaders are pushed for 2026 governorship ticket. Federal government insists on September deadline to complete 280 billion naira Bodo Bonny Road. APC, PDP, Bika as gunshots erupt near Edo Tribunal. Tinubu mishandling economy, says Sanusi. Rivers plans elderly home, remodeling of children's homes. Sanwo-Olu urges support for families of deceased soldiers. Borno governor warns communities against collaborating with Boko Haram. Lagos state government to empower Badagry, Yaba youths with digital skills. Edo local government funds, Igodalo, tackles EFCC over PDP chieftain's arrest. Federal government inaugurates advisory committee for presidential pardon. Labour Party begins youth mobilization for 2027 polls. Retired generals, others worry over fresh terror attacks in Northeast. Nullified congresses. Rivers PDP crisis deepens, factional share emerges. 125 billion naira fake foreign currencies recovered in Kanu. Nasarawa. Famad holds AGM today. General polls. Reps consider bills to conclude appeals before inauguration. Foundation empowers children, widows. ICPC, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, charges another El Rufai's aide with money laundering. UK APC chieftain pledges support for new Lagos speaker. Oti assures Ohaneze leader of Southeast governors support. Non-governmental organization pledges support for teachers' development in Lagos. APC women back new Lagos speaker. Supporters are rally behind Obasa. Utu demands support for veterans on Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Akwa Ibom group threatens landmark beach resort demolition over ownership tussle. Engineer advocates neutralizing technologies to combat dangerous emission from factories. Cross River insists on implementing refuse disposal regulations, scavenging ban. Omoagege restates commitment to promoting quality education. Niger Delta Development Commission engages stakeholders over Bokri Okreka Bridge. Omoagege restates commitment. We've taken this. Still on the stories making headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning, BIU has produced over 230 change agents in 20 years. HOD. Monarch urges Niger Delta communities to sustain peace. Delta Youth Association constructs new 5-kilometer Olubo Link Road. And that's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Economic reforms. Why I won't help Tinubu. Sanusi. Tuga discusses $52.88 million asset repatriation with U.S. Deputy Secretary of State. Economic reforms. Federal government blast Sanusi. Governor Ododo orders stoppage of students' presentation of tax receipts. Court grants First Bank's request to arrest, detain hydrocarbons crude oil cargo. Drama as senators bicker over defense of minister. Don't undermine transformative reforms over personal grievances, federal government tells Emir Sanusi. APC, PDP trade accusations over Edo election tribunal shooting. Presidency is on record. Northerners voted against their own Sani ACF BOT member. 2026 agitations for Osun West gain momentum. Ondo governor dissolves state executive council, exempts AGF finance commissioner. 2027 Labour Party appoints zonal leaders to strengthen youth mobilization. Court grants First Bank's request. We've taken this. NCC orders disconnection of 9 banks' USSD services over unpaid debt. Hike in airport tariffs imminent. FAAN Managing Director. Still on the stories making headlines on the Sun newspaper this morning. Oshime's 75 million pounds price tag risky for Gala. ANFASSC boss rallies support Chelsea's Super Eagles. West Ham, Forest begin talks for Awoni. And that's the most we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Nimet predicts sunshine, haziness for 3 days starting Thursday. Tariff increase. A minister hints on government's decision as companies insist on 100%. Zamfara military airstrike a mistake. Governor Lawal. Economic hardship. Nigerian government reacts as Emir Sanusi declines to help Tinubu government. Armed Forces Remembrance Day, Uzodinma urges citizens to assist children of foreign officers. Avian influenza. Agriculture Ministry to monitor zoonotic risk amid outbreak. Kanu police arrest 6 suspected phone thieves. Para group weighs into brewing political tension in Iran Emirates. Demolitions. Community groans as Akwa Ibom government sacks over 50 families. Wike revokes governors Bamidele Anyanwu, Nnamani, Moro, 563 others land. Yobe government backs military's ban on use of drone. Terrorists ambush troops in Boronu, soldiers, civilians missing. That's the most we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Winners emerge in median NNL Pro Star Monthly Awards. Experts list ways to bring down inflation. Global synergy key to sustainable growth. ICPC, El Rufai's aide, Lawal, AG, others for trial. More Nigerians seeking presidential pardon. Clemency says AGF Fagbemi. Soldiers, civilians missing in terrorist ambush in Boronu. Senate panel adjourns over ministers' ignorance about federal government's housing schemes. 3 African winners shine at Zayed Sustainability Prize 2025. Court reserves ruling in ex-speaker's suit against council. Bank reiterates commitment to community sustainability. Nigeria China strategic partnership chief visits China. APC Youth League appoints director. ESCO to hold orientation. Police arrest anti-money laundering units to curb terrorism financing. Alleged 1.96 billion naira fraud. Court admits ex-acting AGF to 500 million naira bail. NRC to spend 8.5 billion naira on train procurement this year. Federal government plans massive solar power for public institutions. And still on the stories making headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Falana decries the presence of 2 speakers in Rivers Assembly. PSC disowns publication on police recruitment training. Governors praise slain soldiers, pledge support for families. Disputed land, Iron Market 6th day of execution. SERHA to Southeast leaders avoid opposition politics. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. When I go for a short break, when we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Stay with us, please.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM OBD presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Obunike Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 6599. The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have EBEONADI 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. EBEONADI 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages, feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 6599, or you visit EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Obunike Boys, inside the European Residency Hotel Ogidi. EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Nabakuwa production. Mama business. When I will tell you AJ radio drama, Erico. Radio drama, every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. On Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. EBEONADI 103.5 FM. If you move, I finish your
Amara mi rewa di amo. Ko kuna ka do na na ko na ni ko na ye. Uke ka ku ka wala ala ma bu kuna ya ma wle si.
Eko kona ka call binga call. Igbo ekene asị na ọkụ nna gonyere nwata n'aka adịghị alụgbukwanụ ya. Anyị na-ekwu okwu uko salama na abatete, ọkala mmadụ ọkala mmụọ. Dibịa nna nyere nwa, alụsị na-enye ego, alụsị na-enye nwa, nke oyibo kpọrọ fertility god. Asị na omebelu ma chiekwena onye ụta atakwana ya. Ugo salama abatete sige bịa. Ndị ife na-esiri ike, ụmụ nwaanyị na-achọ nwa, ijekwe n'ukwu jee na ndịda, mana ife na-eme nwere isi. Ugo salama abatete sige bịa ebo n'ikorobịa maọbụ nwa agbọghọbịa ịgbakọtago mbọ, mana ife a na-eme nwere isi. Ugo salama sige bịa. Ọ sị na ife ọ na-esu bụ oke awele, oke ibubo, mana ọ ka ọ dị mma. Ị na-azụ apịa ya tinye ịra ka ịra, were ọsọ jebe na nke Ugo salama na abatete. Ọfisi ya dị na abatete, maọbụ ịkpọ ya na 07044791739. ọzọkwa 07044791739.
Mmegbu na-abụ omenala maka na anyị
Listen to this announcement about a missing item. A keke driver lost an Ecolak bag containing 3 gold, female clothes and shoes. This happened on the 25th of December 2024. The keke picked a client from Mpo Junction to Oyolisa on 25th of December 2024 in the process of transloading the goods of the passenger. The Ecolab bag was lost to another keke. If you have any information on this, contact Abo Stephen on 07049734601 or you report to the nearest police station to you or you come to EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Cape City, Obunike Boys inside Residency Hotel Leopin Ogidi.
Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Afọ m bụ Nwaada Okoye Mesoma Eric. Abụ m Adaogidi 2024/2025. Achọkwaziri m iji ohere a wee kenee Igbo bụ Igbo niile, ndị Ogidi niile, ndị kwadoro anyị na Adaogidi nke afọ a. M na-asị na Chineke ga-agọzi anyị ncha niile n'otu n'otu. Afọ a ga-abụ afọ ọma nye anyị ncha. Chukwu gọzie unu.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
Government.
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanish, number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI 103.5 FM as Street reports unfolds in your face. On EBEONADI corner 24/7, 24/7.
Abụ onye Anambra mụrụ ga-agenge m na ọ na-abụ mbata Anambra steeti na-achọ ebe ife na-eme ọ dịka enwe ife na-akọ m. Ya wee kpọọ ezigbote enyi m nwoke wee jụbịa kedu ebe ife na-eme na Anambra steeti. O wee sị m ka ọ na manụbe maka Residency Hotel Leopin Ogidi. M wee sị enyi m nwoke ọ gịnị na-eme na Residency Hotel Leopin Ogidi. Ọ sị m chelụ sị m na ebe ọ na-achọ ịpịa m na-abụ ole sị m na enwe executive rooms and suites n'Ogidi na Residency. Sị m ka m ejego na dia restaurant ka akatigodo m na chef Fadebelode na aka adọrọkwa ya mmanụ ibe a na-esi esi na ọkwa nri sie mtọ. Wee sịzịa m na m bịazịa na dia outdoor arena ebe a na-eme ma wedding, traditional marriage, dedication, naming ceremony, shows and displays. Some na banwe swimming pool na ọkwa nwefu ka weda shide ntukunye onwe m n'ime mmiri lozi afọ na enwe ife na-eme wee taa aka si n'ebe a dịkọta ibe m na-eme. Aga m anọ na Residency Hotels Leopin Ogidi ka nwa aṅụrị tọla atọ. Ezi enyi m gwalụ m nwanne na Residency Hotel Leopin Ogidi dị well secured in a serene environment. Ọ dị na kilomita 13 Old Enugu Onitsha Expressway. Solukwa m maka anụ m ejede enwe fon nọmba onye m ga-eji buku ya na 08140933512. Ana m akpọfa just now ka m bukuo.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. We are on to the Nation newspaper. Ayedatiwa on course in Ondo says aid. JCI reignites a partnership with Youth Ministry. UGOSA holds Founders Day. How I survived life-threatening fibroid. We have impacted Agege community. 100 widows get cash. Soldiers, civilians missing in Boronu ambush. House Deputy Chief Whip Onanuga dies at 60. NNPCL remitted 10 trillion naira in September 2024. Kiari. Police charge Ibom Air passenger to court for unruly behavior. National Assembly joint panel queries NECO for spending IGR, steps down budget defense. National Assembly sets 25 trillion naira revenue target for FIRS in 2025. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. This insecurity, Zamfara commends Air Force mourns civilian casualties. Trump's America, Nigeria, and the world. To address inadequate housing, Dansuki once forfeited 753 duplexes apartments allocated to military. 2025 budget, National Assembly proposes 25 trillion naira revenue target for FIRS. Tinubu, Akpabio, Abbas, Atiku, Saraki, governors, others celebrate Armed Forces Day. Insecurity, Zamfara commends Air Force. We've taken this. Inflation rises marginally to 34.80% amid higher food, energy, commodity prices. Obasanjo, how Abacha rebuffed efforts by Qatar, orders to secure my freedom. Archbishop Kaigema, Tinubu needs to match message of hope with actions. FEMA, defense 64.88 billion naira budget proposal laments paucity of funds. Lagos government reiterates commitment to women's empowerment, financial inclusion. Nigeria online population shows high use of artificial intelligence tools. NCC, FCCPC sign memorandum of understanding on telecom consumer protection. Experts, federal government's economic policies will attract investment to marketing industry in 2025. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. From this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Southwest security stakeholders meet, vow to resist ISWAP bandits invasion. WHO, federal government hosts regional meeting to combat Lassa fever. Fallen heroes, Bauchi governors pays tribute, says Nigeria forever indebted. Ogun deputy governor escapes attack in students' protests. Sokoto government moves to develop climate change policy. 2025 budget, NMPC revenue projection not ready. Kiari. Group commends UNFPA for collaborative support of operations. 2025, Oyetala tax NPA, NSC, NIMASA orders to make impact in maritime sector. 2025, Oyetola tax MPA, NSC, NIMASA orders to make impact in maritime sector. I don't want to help Tinubu's government on solutions to economic issues. Emia Sanusi. National Assembly queries NECO for spending IGR, steps down budget defense. MDCAN gives 21-day ultimatum on CONMES payment to Southwest lecturers. AAC to protest over spit insecurity in Anambra. 2025 Hajj, Nakon State Pilgrims Board, Tor Saudi Service Providers Office. Bauchi, Governor justifies occasional cabinet reshuffle. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. Now we flip over to our WhatsApp portal for your reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from a famous Christian. He's joining us from Ifite village, Aguluzibu, and he says, "May the soul of House of Reps Deputy Chief Whip rest in peace. Death is inevitable." Famous Christian from Ifite village, Aguluzibu. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Also on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message. It's coming from Obiora from Okozo, and he says, "Gunmen killed students in Akwa Ibom. Shooting at Edo is so that Nigeria's soil has has shocked with blood of innocent citizens. In Nigeria, there is some people who are supposed to die and some people who are supposed to live. Nigerian leaders have exposed their discrimination, wickedness, incompetency to the world. Nigeria as country has military, police, DSS, civil defense, even EFCC, but they are all nothing to terrorists. If you make your country unrest, you will not have rest." Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And this one is coming from Obiora from Okozo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have this message. It's coming from Iweka Efani from Ikenga Ogidi. And he said, "Daily Farotimi's response to Nnamdi Kanu's statement on Nigeria not being a zoo but a colony of leprosy-devouring politicians is a talk that should be applauded. I have always said that Nigeria is a company where heartless directors are at the head of affairs. The moment this colony is this, okay, the better." Okay, and he says, "Okay, please, governors should try as much as possible. They cannot, okay, they can to curb the killings going on in the southeast. Anambra governor, please." Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, my brother. From our WhatsApp portal, we'll flip over to our SMS portal. On our SMS portal, we have this message. It's coming from Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe, and he says, "The federal government will attack anybody who is giving a constructive criticisms, but fails to go after the bandits and kidnappers that has outnumbered the genuine citizens." And he says, he continues and said, "Edo State is gradually turning to be worse than River State under the watch of APC government. This nation is like Afghanistan, as the government in the center cannot control the arms and norms of the affairs of the nation. If you cannot govern well, throw in the toils." And he says, as Wike is being given accolades as a bright minister, he now has the effrontery to revoke more lands and relocate same land to his previous. Why will El Rufai go scot-free, and his aid will bear the brunt of what he does? Okay, what he does not know. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe. Still on our SMS portal this morning, we have this message is coming from Godwin Anyebunam from Umumbo, Ayamalum, local government area of Anambra State. And he says the federal government should not blast Sanusi over his refusal to help Tinubu. He is an economic expert and government needs his assistance to succeed. Government is of the people, by the people, and for the people. Godwin Ayebunam from Umumbo, I am Melum local government area of Anambra State. Still on our SMS portal this morning, we have this message, and okay, there's no name on it, but it says, okay, this one is coming from Agunabo. He's joining us from Mofa Agudozibo, and he says, try will enable them to defend and control the path as they like, and before you know it, they will take over the government. For army to say that they make mistakes in bombing is not excuse, but let them train themselves well before embarking on any defensive driving course we are watching as things unfold. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Agonabo from Ofa Agulozibo. Now, on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message still coming from Iweka Ifani from Ikengo Gidi, and he says, in God, we believe as Christians, please let us value life in the Southeast. The aura of blood is too much. Please let us know that we are one people fighting for one thing. We will not kill all of us to make a point. God bless Igbo land. Thank you so much for your message this morning, Iweka Ifani from Ikengo Gidi. Well, with that message coming from Iweka Ifani from Ikengo Gidi, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning. Once is 7 o'clock. So keep a date and don't touch the dial of EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Once is 8:20 this morning, we'll be back with a bang with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blissful morning.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ubuntu Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 6599. The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have EBEONADI 103.5 FM here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. EBEONADI 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media. Video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others. News coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 65 99, or you visit EBEONADI103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunike Boys, inside the Leovin Residency Hotel, Ogidi.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
Well, government, whatever.
Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishu, number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds in your face. On EBEONADI 24/7, 24/7.
Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Afọ m bụ Nwaada Okoye Mmesoma Eric. Abụ m Adaogidi 2024/2025. Achọkwaziri m iji ohere a wee kenee Igbo niile, ndị Ogidi niile, ndị kwadoro anyị na-ada Ogidi nke afọ a. M na-asị na Chineke ga-agọzi anyị ncha niile n'otu n'otu. Afọ a ga-abụ afọ ọma nye anyị ncha. Chukwu gọzie unu.
EBEONADI103.5 FM. Nababoa Production. My business. When I will tell you DJ radio drama, Erico. AJ radio drama, Erico, Ghana Dialogue every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI103.5 FM.
Amara m ile nwa dị ahụ ụbọchị m na-aga n'obodo m na-anụ akọ na ya na-erikọ n'anya nke ka dịkwa nke bụ na ana m ahụzikwu n'anya ma ọ bụ eziokwu.
Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride. Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 EBEONADI FM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a date with Martin, aka Metal, on EBEONADI103.5 FM from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the morning drive. 173.5 FM.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. I see the subscribe button right here. Check this out. It's on Amazon.com. A book authored by myself, Martin Ifanishu. Check it out. Okay, you're welcome. Hello.